Hey guys, um, I wanted to come on here to give you an update. It's been a while. It's kind of late. It's pretty late. It's midnight. But it's been a while, and I can't remember what my update was last time. But I know I've been to the doctor's a few times, and I've had an ultrasound done. And my ultrasound confirmed that we're having a baby girl, and everything's going well so far. Um, our adoption, um, everything's still going smoothly. Our home studies pretty much has come to an end. Just like all that's left is like the paperwork and stuff to process and all that stuff. And like we've already done everything. It's just like on their part they have to process all the paperwork. Um, but the only thing, the little girl that we're adopting, she is in a facility because of the things that's happened to her in the past. And she's in a program, and her program's been extended because she needs some more help. So we're not going to get her for at least another 6 months. She needs a little bit more help. So it's going to be a little while before we are able to get her. And at first I was a little upset, but at the same time I was trying to think of what's best for her, and then I started thinking, well, it might work out because of this baby, with me being pregnant and not knowing if I have to go into the hospital early or if I have to be in the hospital for a while or what's going on. If I do go to full term, which is 37 weeks, she'll still be in that facility, and I'll be able to go and have a C-section and not have to worry about where she's going to go, who's going to take care of her. So it does work out a lot, in a way. Like, it does. At the same time, I wish she could be with us, and I feel like she needs the, like, family and, like, the love and the one-on-one care and stuff like that. I feel like the more she's away from that, I feel like, what if it hurts her in the long run? But that's something we've been praying about, for her and everything. But so far, this baby is doing really, really well. I'm 18 and a half weeks pregnant right now. So everything is going pretty good. My stomach is huge. It is big. I am bigger than I was with Ember last year. And for those of you that don't know, we had a preterm birth at 24 weeks, and our daughter Ember passed away 2 weeks later. And so I'm getting closer and closer to that 24-week mark. I am getting nervous as I'm getting ready to enter the 20 weeks because preeclampsia can show up anytime after 20 weeks, and that's what I got with Ember, was preeclampsia. I went to the hospital at 23 weeks. I was diagnosed at 23 weeks, admitted to the hospital the same day I was diagnosed, and I was able to hold off a week until I had to have emergency C-section because I developed severe preeclampsia. So we're trying to do everything possible to prevent it, which there's no actual prevention of preeclampsia, but this time we're doing a little bit different. I was on progesterone until 17 weeks with this pregnancy. I think I started at 6 weeks to 17 weeks. With Ember, I stopped it at 12 weeks. And I think I started it at 5. No, actually, I was on it. I was on progesterone before I got pregnant with Ember because we was trying to conceive. And so I was on it every month until I found out I was pregnant. When I found out I was pregnant, I continued it until 12 weeks with Ember. And I also was on baby aspirin with Ember till 12 weeks. And they had me off of it. With this pregnancy, I stayed on progesterone until 17 weeks. And then I've been on baby aspirin since 6 weeks. I want to continue that throughout my pregnancy. And I just did the blood work last week to see if I had any clotting disorders. They was checking to see if I needed to go on heparin. And all's good. Everything came out normal. I've also have had the gestational diabetes test, and that came out normal. And I had to do, of course this video might be TMI, I don't know what I'm going to say, I'm just talking. But I had to do a 24-hour pee test, urine test, and I literally had to pee in a jug for 24 hours at home and then take it into the lab to check. I guess there's other things that they can check to try to see if you're going to get preeclampsia early. They was talking about doing that again. They haven't mentioned it since, but that came back normal. And I obviously have the urine test every time I go to the doctors to check for the proteins in my urine to see if I develop preeclampsia or not, which I'm not too worried about it until I hit 20 weeks, because that's usually when preeclampsia hits, anytime after 20 weeks. So the closer I get to 20 weeks, the more nervous I get. I have been monitoring my blood pressure, and so far so good. So I don't know if it's my blood pressure machine or what. I bought it after or when my daughter was in the hospital before she passed away, because I had to stay with her in the NICU, and they didn't have blood pressure machines for adults in the NICU, so my husband went and bought it while I stayed at the NICU so I could take my blood pressure, because it was still high from the preeclampsia. And I've noticed lately, like, I've had to take like 3 readings back to back, and the first time I take it, it seems high or elevated, and then the second time I take it, it's way down. And so I kind of just average it out. It's what I've been told from a lot of people that has high blood pressure, that they usually take theirs about 2 to 3 times and average it out. Like a little bit ago, I took it, and it said 144 over 82 or something like that, and I was like, whoa, 144, and that's kind of high. And so I turned it off, turned it back on, and retook it, and it said 118 over 78. So I don't know if anybody else has had that problems with their blood pressure cuffs. I don't know if I'm having an issue, if I need to get a new one or what. But let me know if anybody that is watching this video. Let me know what if you've ever experienced that, and if you think it's a problem with my blood pressure cuff or not. But it seems to be like when I go to the doctor, I always take my blood pressure at home before I leave, because I want to kind of see the difference. And it seems like my blood pressure at home is a little bit higher than the doctor's office. Like, I think it was like 128. I can't remember what it was. 120 over 80 something last week when I went to the doctor, and they took it, and it was 106 over 64, I think. It was low, but they were like, oh, it's great. And so, like, that's the big difference. Like, I feel like there's a big difference. And I was super nervous that morning, and I just wasn't expecting it to be that low. But it seems to be pretty, as far as I know, it's been pretty good. It's just, I think the blood pressure machine kind of messes up. But it seems to be okay. I mean, I haven't seen no, like, super high numbers or anything. 144 is the highest I've seen in a while, but that was just for a minute. And then, like, the next reading, it wasn't 144 anymore. And I have blood pressure medicine to take if I need to take it. It is a little dark in here. I didn't turn the light on. Sorry. I am lazy. I'm big and lazy. And I'll explain that in a second. So, um, they said I could take the blood pressure medicine as needed, like a quarter of a pill. I've only taken it like a handful of times. It was towards the beginning of my pregnancy. And they explained that your blood pressure kind of goes wonky because your hormones goes wonky until your placenta takes over completely. And during that time, it goes a little, like it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, along with your hormones. So that's kind of what happened. And I did take a quarter of a pill a couple of times. But it's only if both of the numbers is high. If it's like in the 140s over 90s is when I take a quarter of a pill, and it ends up being just fine. So I have not had any issues. I haven't had to take a pill for a while. I really haven't had much issues with my blood pressure yet. I'm just so nervous it's going to start creeping up. When I saw that 144 today, I just was thinking, oh my goodness, here it starts. Because I went back in my chart to be able to see, like I have like the online chart where you can see your test results and stuff. And I went back and checked my blood pressure back in my whole pregnancy with Ember, and it started around 18 weeks of my blood pressure starting to creep up. And so I'm just nervous and on edge with this pregnancy. So I haven't felt the baby move a whole lot. It doesn't feel as strong as Ember. And that's because Ember had a posterior placenta, which was towards my spine. And I was able to feel everything in my stomach area super easy and early. Well, this pregnancy, I mostly feel flutters and like vibrations, and on my side I could feel a baby kick every once in a while. But I have an anterior placenta with this one, so it's covering my front of my belly, so it cushions the between the baby and the skin and stuff, so I don't feel as much. Every once in a while she kicks a really good kick. I can feel it like in front of my stomach, but she has to kick a hard one, and I've only felt that maybe 3 times. So it's not consistent yet. I haven't felt like consistent moving yet, but I have felt movement here and there, and it's mostly in the evenings or when I eat, and sometimes when I drink a really cold drink. She also moves. So let's see. So that's that. And I've been tired lately, last couple of days. I'm kind of trying to go over my symptoms with really, really quick. I was having insomnia for weeks. I was lucky to get between 4 to 7 hours of sleep. Just depends on the day. And the less sleep I got, I would try to take a nap during the day. And sometimes I take a 40-minute nap, an hour nap, and sometimes I take 2-hour naps. But my sleep has basically been broken up because I would go to sleep and wake up an hour and a half later and wide awake, have to wait a couple hours and go back to sleep. It's like the worst sleep because it just makes you more tired. But last few days I've been super tired. I actually slept an hour or 8.5 hours last night. And I was tired today, and I tried to lay down. I didn't go to sleep though, but I just rested. And I've had a lot. My stomach is so much bigger than it was with Ember at this point. But the craziest part is with Ember, I weighed over 30 pounds, or I gained over 30 pounds at this point, which is a lot. And which I guess is a symptom of preeclampsia, is what I've been told, of getting weight fast. But I gained over 30 pounds by this time with Ember, and this pregnancy I've gained between 9 to 10 pounds. I've been fluctuating, which isn't bad at all. And sorry, I got heartburn. That's something that's never went away. I've had bad heartburn this whole pregnancy. and but I haven't gained a whole lot, but my stomach is so much bigger than when it was with Ember. I feel like it's all in my stomach. I don't really want to show what I look like because I'm not dressed the best right now. Just have my night clothes on, but it's so big. Like yesterday, I took a shower and I looked down and there were stretch marks that wasn't there the day before, and it just happened overnight. My belly is so big. My husband keeps like joking and he keeps saying, well, he keeps saying it, but I think he's trying to joke and trying to make it light hearted or whatever you call it, just to try to make me feel better, I think. But he's like, your stomach is so big that it doesn't even look like it should be a part of your body. But he wasn't being mean about it. He was just kind of joking around, but at the same time truthful that it's just big. So anyways, it's been so sore that my muscles has been so sore. It hurts to stand up and do a whole lot. It literally feels like everything's ripping apart. And it just hurts. We went to Walmart and walked around last night to get a few things. And I literally had to, with both hands, hold the bottom of my stomach and kind of hold it up a little bit, like to support my stomach, just to be able to walk around. And I was walking around slow, even doing that. And my husband's like, well, can't you speed up? And I'm like, no, I can't. It hurts too much. So I decided to get a maternity belt. I wasn't sure about it. I've seen those before, like on Amazon and different places. And I'm like, I just don't know what it does. And like, does it really help? And that sort of thing. And so I decided to get the one. I ordered it off of Amazon. And it has like the back brace, and then it comes around the front underneath your belly, and then it has a strap that goes above your belly, and it looks like it has more support. And so I got it today. I did a one day shipping, and I tried it on, and it fits perfect, and it's actually really comfortable. It doesn't look comfortable, but it's really comfortable. Very soft material, and it actually supports the areas that I needed it to. Especially down lower, I guess below my entire stomach, like from side to side basically, but from my side to side under my belly button is what hurts the most, but all of it's sore, and it's also really getting really sore above my belly button. So I was really shocked at how much that relieved like the pain and pressure. And so I'm going to test it out tomorrow. I'm going to go out to a couple places shopping, and I'm going to test it out and put that on and see how much better it feels, because it's just getting sore. And I don't know if anybody's going to make fun of me or not, but like it really, my belly is huge. I look like I'm a lot further along than I am. I'm literally halfway through. I know halfway through is usually 20 weeks, but basically it's halfway through for me because I have to go at 37 weeks. So I'm basically halfway through my pregnancy, and I'm huge. But I'm already starting to waddle and everything. Can't do anything about that. But other than that, I'm doing great. My pregnancy has not been miserable like it was with Ember. I was miserable with her a lot. But I am absolutely doing great. I'm just having like the soreness, like the muscle ligament soreness going on. And that's the biggest thing. I've started to pick up an appetite and getting tired, and I'm not gaining. I actually woke up this morning and lost 2 pounds. So I tell my husband I'm thinking the baby's going through like a growth spurt, or my belly's going through a growth spurt or something, because I do remember I had moments like that with Ember where I wasn't gaining at first. Like I wasn't gaining, but I was eating a lot. I was super hungry, and then I would get tired, and then all of a sudden she would grow a lot between my ultrasounds, and then then I would lose my appetite again. But I haven't had much of an appetite in this pregnancy like I did with Ember. I don't know, I gained a lot of weight with her. And so I've really been trying to watch what I eat in this pregnancy. But I haven't been able to eat super healthy either because my food aversions has been vegetables. So, of course, I have been able to eat a couple things. I've been able to keep down celery and green beans, and potatoes and corn's not really considered a healthy vegetable, but I eat that. And I eat a lot of potatoes in just about every way in this pregnancy. I don't know. It's been like my top thing. I don't know if it's because of the starch or what, but I've been all about it. And it actually helps when I do have nauseous. Pretty much just went away, but there is moments I'll get nauseous, but it seems like potatoes takes away all the nausea and stuff. When I did have morning sickness, like I would try to eat crackers. Crackers wasn't even helping, but Cheez-Its was helping. French fries and like mashed potatoes and stuff really helped. Excuse me, I got bad indigestion tonight. Really helped take away the nausea. And almond milk. I drank a lot of almond milk, and I still do. So anyways, I'm just kind of mumbling now. I don't know what you call it, but I'm just talking. And I just wanted to give you an update of how my pregnancy is going. It's going good so far. And just kind of give you a little bit of my symptoms. I don't remember how far along I was last time I gave you an update. But I am 18 and a half weeks now. And so far so good. I go to see a midwife next week, and they just do a little portable ultrasound and check the baby's heartbeat and stuff and just make sure everything's good basically. And then the following week, I think, I go to the fetal maternal medicine for another growth ultrasound to see how big the baby is. On my ultrasound, I got the results back, and it said that the baby weighed 1.7 pounds. That doesn't seem right for me at 18 and a half weeks. When I had Ember, the day before I had Ember, her estimated weight was 1.13 pounds. But when she was born the next day, she was only 1.06 pounds. And so I know the estimate weight can be off, and that has to be way off because like my pregnancy app, like the Ovia app that I have, says the baby should weigh around 7 ounces right now. So I don't know. I don't know how off those things can be, but that's what it said. The estimated weight was 1.7 pounds. And I was like, what? That don't seem right. So, I mean, it seems right for about 24 weeks, but not at 18 weeks. Well, I'm 18 and a half weeks now, but when did I do that? I was 17 weeks and something then. Right? Yeah. I can't remember. Something like that. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. We'll see what the estimate weight of the baby is next time I go. I'll try to give you guys an update. I said I was going to do it every appointment, but I've been super busy. There's been a lot going on between the adoption stuff, between this pregnancy, and my dad's been sick in the hospital. He just got released. There's just a lot of personal stuff that's been going on in my life. And so I just haven't been able to update you guys, and I want to be able to do that, and I want to be able to look back at these videos myself, and I still do that, go back and look at the videos during my pregnancy with Ember, so I do enjoy going back and looking at the videos. So I'll see you guys next time.